Was popular YouTube, another day, another demo, and today we're going to be watching Jabbi play on Ancient as a debut on Heroic versus Mouse Sports in a best of 3, and we're going to see if Heroic have been upgraded. Of course, they replaced a refresh on the roster as one of the only teams besides them in the Gambit Cloud9 roster, and I think one other squad that's on the tip of my tongue. Might have just been them two who didn't make a move for the past since the beginning of 2021, which was so impressive and great to see and kind of refreshing in a world. Whoa, I just used his name. Refreshing in a world where everybody is trying to climb over each other to get the best players possible and for create all these super teams and so on. And teams like Heroic, teams like Cloud9 managed to stay together and win that way. It did feel like if Heroic kept Refresh, that they actually would have still been fine. And I think that they were overdue for another potential land win, and it was still going good. But I think with Jabbi, what we're seeing is an opportunity. I mean, it feels like you are if you want to build the best Danish team right now, you should be trying to take a piece from that former Copenhagen Flames lineup. I mean, it wouldn't be a crazy thing if they stayed together and made top 8 at Stockholm. So I just feel like this is just a move that is an upgrade, even though it might be a slightly painful one to make. And Jabbi is just such a good player. I want to highlight that I think that this is where Astralis actually messed up by not trying to figure out how to get someone like Jabbi on their team. And I think this is overall going to be a good move for Heroic. But anyways, that's a lot of talking. Let's go into the demo and look at Jabbi playing on the team and replacing her Refresh on the team, but also in his role as the mid player on Ancient when he used to play over on the A site. Today we're here to watch Jabbi do play on Ancient, but not just on Ancient, play on Heroic, but not just on Heroic, play in a best of 3, but not just in a best of 3, for the first time ever play on Heroic in a best of 3 on Ancient. This is Jabbi replacing actually Refresh inside of middle, where on Copenhagen Flames, he was playing the A side anchor. In this demo, he'll be playing in middle, at least from what I've seen so far. And so we'll get to see what he can bring to the team, but we don't know everything about all of his spots just yet. A few other maps that I haven't watched overall, so you guys maybe have seen it. But we're here to see how Jabbi can kind of connect the dots for the CT side of Heroic on Ancient, and we can see kind of his take and their flavor of mid and how he slots into it. So really cool to see Jabbi, and the reason why it's really cool to see Jabbi, in my opinion, because honestly, he is a pure impact fragger. I mean, how many times do we say that? But when I was watching Copenhagen Flames versus Imperial, or the true test of impact at the major, at the legend stage, in the qualifying match after Imperial had beaten Cloud9, and it was down to them versus Copenhagen Flames to see who would make top 8. In my opinion, the reason that series didn't go to Overpass, the reason that it ended on Vertigo, and the reason that Imperial were not top 8 at that major, with FNX having an undefeated streak at majors, is because of Jabbi. The amount of kills that he got that fully made the difference in the rounds. And I think that him playing on Heroic is a really cool change. And I don't know exactly what happened here, politics-wise, money-wise, decisions-wise. Look at this spray down. Not wasting a single bullet. But I really think Astralis messed up here. I mean, maybe it wouldn't have been a perfect fit, but I feel like especially some of these Flames players, the opportunity to grab them after they've already shown how good they can be, I can't believe you don't pick them up, especially for Astralis. They did get kind of locked into the Zip contract. There is some weird stuff like random players being inconsistent where maybe they shouldn't. I think Zip is starting to pick it up a little bit as well. It's getting confusing, but I feel like in some weird way, Astralis became kind of a budget org. They have not actually been spending that much money to grab people. And I think they actually got used to making some money. Selling players like Esatag for some reason. Oh no. That spray wasn't so great. But do you know what I'm saying? In some weird way, Astralis actually getting away with not spending a lot now that they've locked in their 5, and have also, made some money. They sold Device of course, to NIP. We sold Esatag to Cloud9 back then for a lot. So I made some pretty big moves money-wise. And so, yeah. But for me, if Jabbi is a free agent, Jabbi's floating, and I'm trying to build the best Danish team possible, I will grab Jabbi. Sorry, I might say Jabbi, I might say Jabbi. I actually don't know which is correct. I mean, if you really wanted it to be Jabbi, Y was right there. He could have absolutely, you know, bought a vowel. He could have bought a vowel right there. Or maybe this new heroic contract, he can buy a vowel. Change his name to Jabbi. So here he is, helping out between mid and A. And of course, we're looking at Ancient actually for the first time on this channel after the changes have come through on the map. So look at the assortment of utility and spawn. There is this wall put up on the A site. And I haven't talked a bit about the changes. Oh, this is a really important push right here. I like this. So first of all, this angle is nice because it just covers half your body. And it's really key in the beginning of the round on the A site when you do these pushes is to have both things covered. You can't do it with one person and push up at the same time because the T's can beat a timing around you and then surround you basically. But actually, I was expecting Jabbi to leave in this position after pushing with Shush. Thing is, though, now you actually, it's kind of weird because, well, let's take a look at the mini map actually. Yeah, okay, they're just hard spotting mid and looking for this opening duel. Okay, let's see if they expect Jabbi as the second player to push, and if Jabbi will turn the corner or not. It looks like he is worried that they might be holding for 2. Oh, but okay. BMAS will catch it. And, oh, Torzy finds that trade back. Okay. So it's a way in for mouz. I mean, I don't know what top-level players are saying about it right now. I just know that on paper, a lot of these changes look really good. Opening up the size of this, the hole in this wall, I like. Blocking off the wall towards Ancient, or towards Donut. They nerfed Brokey. That's what they wanted to do with that one. I think it was good. And I think smoothing out the angles in Donut, I think is great. I, weirdly enough, also wanted there to be a staple piece of cover in the B site. And I didn't expect it to look like that when they added it. I didn't expect them to add that at all. But, I mean, they really are, I guess, paying attention to what some people are talking about. So, that was crazy. All right. Jabbi's out here by himself. I love removing the boxes. It cleans up outside B. It feels just, the map feels so much cleaner now. Way cleaner. You know, it's a substantial change, of course, towards A side, especially here where there's Donut. You'd think there would be a lot more interest from the T side in trying to take mid control, split Donut faster. You know, it felt like going A is almost a no-brainer now. But it doesn't feel like that Heroic are that scared of this option, and it doesn't feel like mouz are actually imploring it that often either. So I haven't watched that much, I won't lie. I didn't watch a second of that online cup that just happened. And so I missed some of the games that have been played on Ancient. So we're gonna catch up on the meta live. Is this brighter? Do they change the add remove candles? Not this way. I think they might have added more candles in the back of Donut as well, just to clear things up. Oh, okay. Well, JBC will send Jabbi. Yeah, I actually don't know what Jabbi was looking at right there. What was he spotting for? If someone had to cross, I'm not sure. I think he had vision the whole time, but okay, maybe he didn't. All right, so the double molly here inside of elbow and a smoke afterwards. Some late flashes. They're worried about a fast A. Yeah, the rush is coming out. Yeah, he's got a good position. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I think one may have snuck to temple, but he's got teammates to watch it, so... Done his job so far. There's not really much else that he has to worry about. Yeah, safe. Let's keep it going. He's assisting in the push towards B as well. And this molly late is really important, actually, because it just keeps them busy late. Right? If they're going for the push, the molly lands on them. That can mess them up. I like that tactic from Heroic. So how late that molly was. These guys are always thinking about the little things. You know that mouse sports are not like the best team in the world, right? So I think sometimes they can be... I think sometimes they can be a little bit rigid. They can be like either... I feel like they're on that balance being between random and rigid, where sometimes they make crazy explosive plays, but sometimes it's just feels like they're not using the map to its full full benefit, and I feel like could be putting a lot more pressure on the map. So okay, a little quiet over on B. They'll leave. Jabbi will get out of there. Oh, okay, so retaking mid. I was thinking, okay, you know, what do we do here to be useful? They have to worry about long A, but now that they retake mid, this buys time. So I think one thing about retaking spots, I guess we can talk about this, okay? So now that they see nobody inside of mid, let's say, for example, Cadian just holds his angle from here and spots out towards mid and waits. And then, so this area of interest right now, it'll be watched back from CT spawn. And there was actually both Jabbi and Shush who are trying to figure out if they should go back to A to worry about long. So let's say we lock up one in a pass position here. We lock up Cadian holding mid from this. We lock up Jabbi watching this. Then there's 2 on B. And technically, everywhere is strained a little bit just because they don't know for sure about mid, right? So now here's a timing where A is totally open for the CT side. But what Heroic will get out of this is when they clear out mid, even if they don't play inside of this clear, let's say right now, Jabbi walks down. I mean, let's say, Jabbi walks down and waits. I think I assume right here, you leave one mid, you let one go back. You can try to get some more information if you'd like to. They still don't know if it could be a full A. So that is actually, pretty big gap right now. I'd say that does make things complicated. So they might want to search more, like, for example, to get up here. So maybe that is part of the play right now, because clearing out A takes much longer. And then they can have one go for this push and one go back. But now that they've got, basically they'll have like 3 players on attention towards the B site with this, and Cadian will be freed up inside of Donut as well to move. So Cadian could even come back. Let's see how this plays out actually with the information they're going for. So they're not going to see anything elbow, and we'll see Cadian be freed up in a second, but maybe he just wants to support the push for now. And there it is. They actually, they find the B site. They see a lot of players are here. Cadian's just watching his flank from Donut. And both of them actually get shut down, which is kind of interesting. But Cadian's still in a position to stop him coming back to mid, So they're trying to take advantage of this. Cadian will smartly watch his smoke. They're probably coming through this. And he only gets a single player. So actually a few kind of individual failures here where they had really good spots and they still died to pistols. Some nice shots being hit with the pistols. And a bit of a tenuous retake where there was a smoke down. They don't know exactly where everyone's got off to, but okay, Frozen dies. Okay, so now Stound's probably worried about Temple. And then finally, they don't have to clear that. That's clean. And okay, they'll find him Brokey. Okay. So we see what we do with information there. Idea is that, again, when they clear out mid on that timing, even if they left, let's say they both left and went back through here, okay? Even just knowing that this is open or this has been cleared completely, buys you, 7 to 10 to 15 seconds, depending on what Cadian can go back and just watch this passively, whatever it is. You can go do other things. So that's why, the late retakes are really good, especially if you see no one. I mean, no info is still info. Oh, and I think that's what's massive. Well, they go out on that flash, but Jabbi is right in front of the smoke, so they're not even... The flash does not cover how close Jabbi is, and they're not coming out turned. They're expecting for no one to be in that position. Oh, and Jabbi doesn't stop. Oh, Torzi's mad. It looks like he was just holding that, but yeah, man, they're just running over him. Okay. Yeah, so again, I feel like mouz... I'm surprised to not see a lot of fast mid pressure, a lot of fast A pressure, still a lot towards B. I don't know how teams are feeling about it right now. It's kind of interesting because I feel like that's what's powered up the most, is getting Donut. Maybe they don't feel that way. And with no one inside of mid, Jabbi's still open here to Donut, but there's only one left. I think he was spotted. Or maybe he wasn't. A lurk is coming in. And... Wait, we have a scoreboard? Oh, wait, the scoreboard works? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Dominic Tugent, who made HLAE, has given us a scoreboard. Let's go. That is fantastic. Wow. Okay. Jabbi's doing the most. We didn't have a scoreboard before. The late flash comes through. We've seen them double push down banana. Now they'll double push cave with the deep smoke, not see anybody. Though this part, there's not that many places to stand if you're on CT side out of here. So there's obviously this pocket right here, which is where people most often leave a CT after they take control with the carpet mollies, the smoke, everything like that. And right now with this open, I'm also curious how people are going to play this. I mean, they're floating out here. They have great angles towards mid. I can't really tell straight off if these are CT favored fights, but it looks like they feel like they are. That's for sure. The confidence right now holding it there. And they're just, yeah, you know, keeping it open right now. Waiting for the late B re-aggression. I think they're about to see somebody. No, there's actually some utility on the other side of the map. Are they not coming? Bit of a fake. Yeah, they are going to come out. Yeah, this is massive. I mean, you know, from right now, you look at this from mouZ's perspective and you think, oh, what are they doing? How can they re-aggress? When I look at this, I'm like, man, heroic. They were sitting there waiting for mid play, That was clearly the counter, if any counter was there. And there was no pressure towards mid. So now the CTs are just so happy to sit there outside of cave. 3 of them looking at the door towards banana. And pretty much all because they floated around and waited for any kind of mid control to come through and didn't see anything. You're not going to clear this. You could. Who's going to clear this? Only Frozen would clear this. But it's probably Dexter walking and lurking in mid. Wow. He's a pretty open in mid right there himself. Okay. Yeah, you see with mouz, it's just so much delaying and then late hits. And by that time, I feel like Heroic they're always working on map control. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Don't really like the way that mouz play. I'll be honest with you. I mean, the late set plays are cute, but I just feel like we can be surprised when Heroic of all teams have been working on map control while you haven't been putting pressure on the map, you know, or countering pressure on the map. I feel like that's kind of silly. Stown also farmed this game on top of Jabbi. Okay. Nice kill. Stown carried, actually. And, I mean, Jabbi was behind him. I think Stown just had a great series overall as well. So, I don't know. I wanted to watch this one because Jabbi was close, and, of course, a debut for him. But I'm going to be honest, this is not the most convincing game for mouz. I didn't know how to say that politely. I mean, it happens sometimes. I mean, we watch great games where the other team didn't play that well, right? That's normal, but this feels like it'd be one thing if they lost a certain way and then changed it up and tried to go for a new approach, but we're seeing a lot of them trying to force this one style of waiting late and exploding off these tactics, and I feel like Heroic are tired of it. Or maybe they love it, actually. I think, in fact, they love it. Quite happy to see it. Is he brokey again? Let's see. Oh, Torchy dies. Okay. And that's that. I have a feeling that the pistol round is won by mouz Sports and a fake comeback ensues. Let's see if that actually is the case. And let's see about this pistol. I mean, let's watch the full 15 rounds, but... This is it. There's no way you lose this. Oh. Okay, now it's more interesting. Look at the spot that you can sit in now to watch CT spawn on this post plant. But the flashbang grabs him and... Oh, you can probably stick this, huh? Yeah, that's... Oh, nicely done. Okay, fast B tactic. Defaulting outside B. So again, in that first half, he was refreshing. Yeah, he was refreshing. He was taking refresh's position over on mid. And on Copenhagen Flames, he was playing the A site. So it's been a role change for him. Here on Ancient, I think Jabbi playing mid makes sense to me. Yeah, we will be one of the strong riflers. Usually... Yeah, I mean, usually it's not like you necessarily have to have the strongest rifler purely playing mid, but there'll be lots of times where they'll take a lot of early fights. It's a very high, it's just a high traffic position to play inside a mid on CT side, and you will have a high percentage of duels. So you do have certain players that love to take duels and are pretty reliable riflers taking duels playing mid. All I'm going to say. So I'm not surprised to see Jabbi doing that. You know, actually, even I knew Dexter was there. No cap. I could feel it. Oh! Looks like, is it the end of the fake comeback? Look at the amount of power that has been handed over with this one kill. Donut with a smoke, with an M4, with a plant. With that one Tech 9 kill. And I'll tell you right now, I would rather be heroic. It's obviously them who don't have much. Oh, never mind. Okay. Uh-oh, that's a really bad smoke. And Dexter just comes out on the fast time and they re-smoke it. Now they could get away just taking this. They probably want to jump through. Okay. Okay. That's all good. It's all good. They're getting close even in those situations. Oh, he wants to peek it so bad. Oh, okay. Well. Well, it's an interesting one. They both have quite aggressive positions. Oh. Oh, if that flash set him up, that would have been sick. Alright, BMS dies. It looks like the fake comeback's over. Is this his AK? It's not, right? How much does that AK cost? I don't even know. Oh! You can get stuck on that box. I didn't even know you could do that. I'm gonna do that in all my pugs. Call me Monacy. Okay. Late B push comes down. Shut off here by Jabbi. And a molly to try to disconnect to anybody who's up close. Sometimes it's really good, you know, to... That's just a small thing, but mauling a push where you could clear it, just because there's angles in the back too. And if there's like an MP9, I mean, that MP9 goes from useful to useless if you get them pushed that far back. So honestly, yeah, again, a really small thing, but sometimes you shouldn't think about it like wasting utility, all right? When you make a molly, when you throw down a molly like that, just to gain yourself some extra space. Yeah, that's $400. That's one of 5 Molotovs. It's one of the best pieces of utility in the game. Sometimes it's a win or lose situation if you just don't use it, even for a small, what could be looked at as a minor advantage. So, yeah. Anyways, not the most special game ever that we've watched, but some interesting stuff to see Jabbi playing on this team. Jabbi is an insane talent in Denmark, and I think somebody who is going to enhance any team that he joins right now. Any Danish roster, I think Jabbi can be an upgrade, and I think that this is a huge, kind of chance for Heroic to just cross the line, I guess. I mean, they were doing so well even with refrezh that they could beat any team in the world. They could take down basically any team on land. I mean, they were reaching a certain point. refrezh's stats weren't incredible. And again, I think it's more about the opportunity, right? Like, I don't think you would go out of your way to take someone like Jabbi out of their roster to replace refrezh when overall Heroic, as one of the few teams that have not made a roster move in very long. We've also seen a lot of success with their 5. They don't necessarily need to make a move, but there's a chance here. And I think this is where they just crush Astralis, in the race to maintaining or being the best Danish team, or like to set up the next best Danish team for the long period of time. It's moves like this, I think, is grabbing players like Jabbi. So I think no matter how you slice it, he's just such a opportunity that you got to grab him. And I'm very, very curious to see how well Heroic will play now that they have this guy coming in from the Flames, the Falms. So yeah, I mean, looking forward to watching more of this. We can watch him definitely on some other maps, and I'm just going to bang out a bunch of demos right now so we can get some Cologne coverage, maybe watch some newer players, and just start getting the machine going again. So thanks for watching. That was Jabbi, 1280 by 960, by the way, and yeah, just thought I'd let you know. He plays on the GOAT res, of course. All right. Okay. Take care, everybody. See you in the next one.
Big dog shit, got my paws all dirty. Looking for a plate, that's why the dogs up early. With it white big, eat it like a McFlurry. I ain't got time to chill, I'm in a hurry. P the game, I got it for my daddy ho. Smoking dope, but saying raps out on the patio. My pops said you ain't putting